to Freshly Forever, a podcast that gives you fascinating insights week after week. Here's your host, Vi Kumar.
Our guest today is Candace Swanson. She's a design clinical nutritionist with a passion to help alleviate the dependency on pharmaceuticals. She uses a method known as nutrition response testing to check the body for heavy metals, toxic chemicals, food sensitivities, scar tissue, and immune challenges, and gives the very best whole food, homeopathic, and herbal remedies around. Welcome, Candace, to the show.
Thank you, Vi. It's good to be here.
Oh, such a pleasure to have you. Just explain to the listeners what the science of nutrition response testing is. There's probably many out there wondering what it is about when they just heard the topic.
Well, it's an absolutely wonderful practice, and I'm thrilled to be able to do it. It's a blessing and a ministry almost. So, what nutrition response testing is it's muscle reflex testing. It's very kinesiologically based. So we're only working with your body's own energies. So the science behind it is, and this will make a little bit more sense here in a little bit, is, our body will always sacrifice energy in different ways to protect its vital organs. And so for people that have had muscle testing before, and they don't know how it works, they just know it works. It's based on the concept of, believe it or not, hypothermia. So we fall through a frozen lake, and we don't say goodbye to lungs and kidneys. We lose fingertips, a nostril, an earlobe or two, because the body will pull its energy inward to protect the visceral organs. And so if for some reason there's something on our bodies or in our food that is stressing the body out, then what's going to happen is that those muscles that we're testing are going to go weak, because the body will sacrifice the energy in, say, the arm we're testing to protect the vital organs.
So you're basically analyzing or testing the body's neurological reflexes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So who first came up with this, or who invented nutrition response testing?
So the concept of this has been around for quite some time. But the particular gentleman that has patented it is a gentleman named Dr. Freddie Ewan. He is a chiropractor in Glens Falls, New York, and he did this to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, because he was falling apart. He slept 22 hours a day, and now you would never know he's in his 70s. He looks like he's about 50.
That's wonderful.
It's amazing. It's a great testimony.
So is this non-invasive then?
Oh, absolutely. I don't need your fluids. They're yours. You keep them.
Okay. So you use a non-invasive technique to determine what is the cause of the ill health, and basically you depend on the muscle strength testing, if I understand this correct.
Well, it is a reflex test, not a strength test. And so the muscles, we have on and off switches in our body. And so if the body doesn't like something, the muscle goes kaput. And so that's how, we can use pressure and put arms down. And if the area is strong, then I could stand on you and not move you, which, if y'all could see me, is impressive, because I'm not that big.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. And so basically, what is it that we are trying to test here? Just to reiterate, is it like organs? Is it joints? What is it?
Well, it's actually a little bit of everything. We are testing every organ and organ system. We can get after your glands. There's certain points in the body that tell me about your high blood pressure. There's certain ones that we can address cravings. And so you can, if you're having an allergic reaction on your skin, you can test it and see what's causing it. So we can test everything. It's a blast.
Okay. So you help people restore their health naturally, if I'm getting this right, without using any drugs or surgery, and that's why we were referring to the non-invasive part.
Absolutely.
Is that a fair statement?
Very fair statement.
Okay, get it. So what exactly do you do once you test someone's reflexes? How do you go about whatever you call as the design clinical nutrition side of it? So how do you detect something, and how do you go about the healing part of it?
Well, there is absolutely no cookie cutter protocol for this. No two people are alike. And I have an identical twin sister, and I can honestly say that no two people are exactly alike. And so we put together just a personalized protocol based on whole food supplementation. Sometimes it's diet changes. We throw some exercise in there, herbs, and homeopathy to put the body back to factory settings in the healthiest way possible.
Oh, I see. So again, I firmly believe in the fact that the body can heal itself when it's nourished right. And it seems like that's what this form of healing or this method of nutrition response testing tries to address.
Oh,
So, who can respond to nutrition response testing?
I've never met anyone that can't. We work on my dog.
Oh, that's very interesting. I just didn't even, I was completely blind to the fact that it can work on animals too.
Absolutely. It's amazing. I have never met anyone that would not benefit from this procedure, not procedure, but from this practice. Just because
Okay.
what sets us apart is that, we treat the causes and not just the symptoms. So we get to the root of things. And so, when you fix the root cause, then magically the symptoms go away. Well, it's not magical, it's the body healing itself like it's supposed to.
So it's almost like whoever hasn't seen much of results in other forms of treatment can try nutrition response testing. Is that like a correct understanding?
That is the best understanding we've had today. Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. So the right candidate, so to speak, hasn't responded well to conventional medicine, or even not just conventional medicine alone, but even other forms of alternative therapies that they may have tried. Is that again like fair to say?
Absolutely. We can all benefit from just putting, the missing puzzle pieces back in our body so that we can restore homeostasis and just be the best that we can be. So like I said, we treat my dog. I've never met anyone who can't benefit from this.
Excellent. So just to give the listeners more perspective on what we are trying to address here, would you kind of nail down a few areas that you often come across and that you have helped address for people?
Oh, absolutely. Especially during, we'll just politely say, our current situation. People are having different focus issues and immune challenges because, you and I are on Zoom right now. So, we're doing things virtually. And so it takes a certain discipline to be able to work virtually, and not everybody has it. So I love working with focus and attention issues right now. And so a lot of that, when we clean up the diet through, figuring out what food sensitivities are, and honestly, heavy metals and chemicals, man, you get those out of the body and that focus just becomes a laser beam. Now, I love working with immune health because it's something that is, oh gosh, how do I want to describe it politely? It's kind of an instant gratification. When you feel better, you're the first one there.
Oh, yes. I have personally benefited from Candace's approach, and she has helped me. And I was just going to get to that in a little bit. But basically, if you can touch upon some more aspects, like is it allergies, eczema, other chronic conditions. So if you just can tell the listeners a little bit more, I think
Oh,
we
sure
can
thing.
just get to the other aspects of nutrition response testing.
Now, allergies are I actually just popped something in the mail to a patient for her allergies. Um, Allergies are so wonderful because, like I said, we feel better, and so once you realize how good you feel, you never want to go back to that. Because I'm blessed not to suffer from seasonal allergies, but I hear it is a bear. You know, you mentioned eczema and chronic fatigue. A lot of that, of course, it stems from the gut. And so when we heal the gut, then magically the whole body falls back into place.
Oh, it's interesting how a vast percentage of our immune system depends on how our gut health is, correct?
Between 78 and 82%. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's just a huge number
Absolutely.
for anyone to just think of. You just can't ignore that fact. So I can, yeah, when you say allergies, I can totally relate to that. And in fact, how I got referred to seeing you, Candace, was through my daughter's tennis coach, who
Absolutely.
happened to have wonderful results with her seasonal allergies. And then you were instrumental in helping my husband take care of his allergy issues. He was just so bad, suffering from it. And certainly I can attest to that. So when we do this neurological response testing, is it like a energy flow that you try to determine?
It is energy work, absolutely. But the energy flow is not flowing through the entire body. It's just flowing between me and the patient. And so I describe it as, we're going to play a game of telephone. If the listeners know what that means, I might be dating myself here. But, their body is a tin can and my body is a tin can. And the conversation that we have is the string. So when I touch an area, that's just us playing telephone. So there is energy transfer, but